The data asset register. So the requirement is to have a register of all of our data assets. The data asset register that we provided is based on the GDPR, Data Protection Record of Processing Activities, the ROPA. And you can see here in the spreadsheet there are a number of columns that go across. This isn't about a GDPR implementation, but it has provided you with some additional elements where you to want to and have to move down that particular road and that particular journey. The ones that are relevant to an information security management system and ISO 27001 for the first pass are the columns in green, and these are going to want to be the ones that we're going to concentrate on completing. If you've done a GDPR or data protection implementation, or you're on the journey to it, as part of that you are going to do data flows and you are going to already potentially have a data asset register. If that's the case, then we're going to rely on that one. If we don't have one, then this is a great starting point and a great place for you to begin the journey. What we're going to do is different ways of going through it, but one of the easiest ways to go through it is to put down what the name of the business function is. So let's go department by department. So it could be HR. What is the name of the application that they're using? It could be the payroll system. What is it? It's a system used for paying staff. We're going to record why do we have it. So the purpose of the processing, who here within our organization owns it, the name of the controller or the joint controller, which is a GDPR term. We're going to look at the categories of data subjects, so whether or not the data that's on it is employees or customers or whatever that may be. We're going to put some retention information in about how long we keep the data, and we're going to put some classification on there about whether or not we class that as public, internal or confidential. So your data asset register is your first pass through to understanding the data that you have. It should come as part of a GDPR data protection implementation. You should have data flow maps already. You should have the beginnings of a data asset register already, and if not, then this would be the one for you to complete. There are additional pieces of information that you can record. What you will see on the reference sheet is the reference to the GDPR Article 30 requirements. So we're not going to touch on those. We're just going to let you know that they're there. That explains a little bit more about what is required in each of these sections as we go along. Before you go for certification, it would be expected that all of the columns are complete, especially if you are a UK business or a business that's subject to GDPR or equivalent data protection laws. You're going to see that we did a legal and requirements register earlier. Those laws will apply to your business, and therefore they will want to see as part of certification that you are meeting your legal and regulatory requirements. When we're looking here about risks and impact, you see a section here that says what is the impact, potential impact, and again we've provided a risk sheet and a reference sheet that lays out examples of what high, medium and low risk would represent. So quite a comprehensive document, but what we're looking at in the first instance is a pass for you to complete by department, by application, some key information around our data and our data assets and our data stores.